Good morning. So today is the second time I've had this OS FS-120 with a pump surpass engine installed on my bench. The first time was a few days ago when I put it on basically just to test out the pump to see if the pump operated. It seems like the pump operated and it was pumping fuel pretty heavily, so even at that time, and that was before I got the exhaust, that was before the exhaust arrived. So as you can see, I've got it fitted with a nice brand new exhaust also. I did try to run it then, and what would happen with that run was put the glow on, it would start up fine. I would go to full throttle, or any throttle setting basically. If I removed the glow, it immediately died. So that was telling me that there was just way too much fuel going into it. And I also found out at that time that the last time I ordered or bought fuel tubing from my hobby shop, I asked for medium tubing and I actually got large. So I had large fuel tubing on there, which is probably one of the contributors to an excessive fuel flow. But I also had been reading some things and posting on RC groups and found out that one of the things Clarence Lee did with this engine to restrict some of the flow was to maybe put a T-fitting on the line for going into the carb back to the return, so that hopefully you restrict some of the fuel flow, because even he noted that excessive fuel flow was kind of an issue with this depending on how the regulator was set. So today's run, I'm going to be focusing the camera basically just on this back half here, because I really want to just watch the fuel flow going through the tubing and those types of things, look for leaks. I'm not concerned about RPM. All I want to do is see if I can get it to run and stay running without the glow igniter on it. So I've got about a half a tank of Morgan's Omega 5% fuel, a 15/8 prop, and I've got it plumbed up with new medium fuel tubing and some T-fittings in place. In fact, I've got a diagram of how I've got it that I'll post right now. That shows exactly how I've got it plumbed. So that's the intention of this run. Let's give it a shot and see how it does. Wow, okay. Let's see what happens with that. That's exactly what happened the first time. Now obviously I can't really see what's going on in the fuel tubing here, so I'm going to have to review the video afterwards. Got too lean there, so it's still acting the same way. Not sure where to go with it from here now. not continuing to run. All lines look like they have fuel in them. I don't know that I see a leak anywhere here. I'm not really sure where to go from here now. Okay, so as you can see, I'm still at exactly the same point I was the first time I tried to run this thing. Even with the T-fitting in there to try to help direct some of the fuel back into the return, it still is acting to me like it's just getting way too much fuel, because as soon as I remove the glow igniter, it just dies immediately. That's a brand new OSF glow plug installed, so I know it's nothing wrong with my plug. The engine has incredible compression, and it's like new. I don't know much about this engine. I know that the person that gave it to me had sent it. He bought it back in the 90s, he said, and he said he had sent it back and forth to this guy in Boca Raton to overhaul it and service it, and he said that even every time he got it back, it would never run. So I don't know if that guy was monkeying with the fuel regulator or not. To me, it looks like the regulator screw is a little bit recessed from the images I've seen of the ones on in the articles. So I'm not really sure where to go with it from now. I'm going to have to go in and review the video and see if I see a leak anywhere. Maybe I just go and start adjusting that fuel regulator and see what happens. I don't really know. Otherwise, a Perry VP-20 or VP-30 pump may be what's in store for this thing. But anyway, that was my attempt. Thank you for watching.